So we went from super robots. A couple other things. Besides, the super robots, War Machine, I was a big Marvel fan back in the day. War Machine, I've always loved War Machine. Always loved Wolverine. Not anymore. I've been out of Wolverine for years now. Long time. Anyway, I've always loved War Machine. Juggernaut. Still love War Machine and Juggernaut. Those are my two favorite Marvel characters. Real quick, I'll get this out of the way in case you want to pick this guy up. There is and this is a Hot Toys die-cast piece. Now, the die-cast pieces come with a styrofoam insert similar to this. Here's some extra hands and things. The only other foray with Hot Toys that I've had was RoboCop. I just left the Sentinel re-edit Hulkbuster armor here. So what I did, the light up effects, this Hot Toys has a light up effects. I'll get back to it. It's just the light up effects are great when they're on, if they work well. And they're shit if they're not. Like dead eyes, nothing lit up. I guess it's okay. So this was clear. The reactor. What I did was I popped it out very easy. It was nice and snug. It wasn't cheap, but it wasn't glued in. I was able to pop it out and I hit it with some white paint and some blue around it to give it that arc reactor kind of glow. And it came out really well, I think. Gives it some shine. So you see the hands. It's okay if they're not lit up. It doesn't have to have his reactor beam on the whole time. Repulsor beam or on or firing always. So that kind of effect doesn't matter. But if he's in the suit, you want that on. So it kind of looks a little lit up in the right light. And it gives it a little glow. Very happy with that. All right, back to Iron Patriot. Thanks for joining again. Hit that like, subscribe. We're getting into a little bit of a different territory here, so you guys can see some different die-cast figures that are out there. Here's some extra accessories. Hot Toys. This might be a little bit of a longer video in case my crew, you guys, haven't been into Hot Toys or really seen it. And I'll give you a little bit of the history of Hot Toys that I know of. One person who does really good reviews on the Hot Toys, here I'm going to get closer in, is Justin's collection. So I've been watching some of that, actually a lot of his stuff. And other than the RoboCop, I've never held a Hot Toys figure piece like this before. And I'm going to tell you, it just feels so cool. This reminds me, I've never had them. It was a little bit before my time, but the original G.I. Joes back in the day. But 1,000 times better. I guess from what I know, that's what Hot Toys is known for. They're known for their hyper-realistic head sculpts. Here's a little neck brace, so when he goes in, so you can actually put him. I don't know if I'm going to just do the regular head on it. Yeah, this is amazing. This piece is so cool, okay? At first, I did not care for the Iron Patriot paint scheme. And I'm just going to kind of go through this. Definitely read the directions. Again, I've just seen some reviews, so I kind of know what's going on, but not really. I think these open up more from what I know. These come off. I had to get this. Didn't care for the paint, but I had to get this. This is one of the biggest and beefiest, Iron Men out there. These are moving. You have so much detail in this. This is a over 12-inch figure. He's a little higher right now because he's on the stand. Now, I haven't... It would be nice if there was clicky joints in the arm, because there's die-cast pieces. Like, this is a heavy boy. I don't care for their stupid stand. You have a heavy piece with... I mean, it's already wobbly, and this is plastic. So, the shitty thing with that is that the plastic could warp over time. I don't really think you're supposed to be having the figure hang on this so much as to help it stand up, but you don't want your joints to get loose over time by just standing there. So you want them to have a nice substantial stand. I mean, this is already... Look, I'll hold it nice and still. Ready? That's a lot of play. Anyway, complaints about the stand not being squared off. You can't really have your figures next to each other on this. Whatever with the stand. Maybe I'll use it. I like clear stands anyway, so the light can shine through the shelves. I mean, the details on these Hot Toys are just supreme. These can come off, I think. So what I'm going to do is get into this a little bit here. And I mean, this guy, I'm already telling you, this is awesome. I have the original War Machine coming in, the Mark I, which is another big beefy one. The torso extends on this. The legs do drop down. Look at these thighs, real cold. The wife held this. I'm like, here, hold this. She's like, wow, it's really cold. So you can feel the die cast substantial. I mean, there's some in the arms, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. The biceps die cast. Some of the War Machines have die cast shoulder pads. This is a plastic one, which I don't kind of blame them. This is beefy. Big and beefy enough. So I think they had to go to this scale. People complain about the feet a little bit, I saw. I mean, I think they're a little small. It'd be cool if he had some, like, chunky type of boots going on, maybe. Not boots, but you know what I mean. This, but, like, maybe a fatter, chunkier foot with, like, maybe some support toes coming out the side so you can see when he really gets down, starting to fire, he can dig into the ground. Almost like a Hulkbuster. Toe articulation. I mean, this is a 1/6 scale figure. This is heavy. This is a whole different ball game, guys. This is going along with, you know, the heavy metal. Well, not the heavy metal series, but under the heavy metal series for, like, just bigness. I'll compare some stuff. Like, later videos, I'll bust out the RoboCop. Look at the re-edit. I mean, this Hot Toys, look at the... You can't deny that helmet. Look at that. Fucking blowing steam, dude. So cool, man. So, what I might personally do, if I'm able to, I mean, the eyes look cool that they're red. I love it. That's what I always loved about War Machine. Iron Man's awesome, don't get me wrong, but War Machine always had that more fucking kick-ass, evil, tank type of, you know? Those are the figures I like, man. That's why I love Juggernaut. Just unstoppable. He has total these set of hands and 2 others. So he comes with 6 hands total. Sometimes they'll give you one hand, like an extra saluting hand or whatnot. That doesn't come in this, and I think that's actually a really cool pose for him, for the Mark I. And it has battle damage. So, quick history on the Hot Toys that I know of. I think they had mostly plastic toys, because they actually reissued the Mark I, which is bigger than the original plastic release. People were upset that they started releasing some Hot Toys, but I'm like, if they're redoing it in die-cast, then hell yeah. So I'm glad they started doing some die-cast figures, because there would be no way I would get this at all. I have to get die-cast metal. The only one I might consider getting is the Heartbreaker armor. So I'm telling you, if you guys are getting into this Hot Toys, they're comparable to like, you know, Mosho pricing and quality. They do not skimp on the quality. So this is like all my super Robros out there, they know. This is like Mosho quality, if I can think off the top of my head. Heat Boys type of quality. This is good quality shit. Look at this. You're not going to get a lot of range of motion with this guy. So these spread open. So you can get that. I love that, like, you know, that huge fucking, when the tank gun points at you and it's like way back there and it comes towards the camera and it's like this. Like the guns are like blasting out. Like some of the old Rob Liefeld drawing. So the pistons. So that's basically what it's for. Is when you're moving this, the pistons go in and out. They don't individually move. Just be careful. Nothing seems to... It's basically one cannon, because you see that circle. So if you connect the cannon, it's like one, but I'm going to leave it spread out for the double blast effect with the spread. I mean, the paint detail's awesome. This hooks right into the back. I'll hook it in like this so it's out of the way, and then boom, I'll adjust it after. And I'm going to take some things off of this guy, get into it, check it out, start loading them up. They come with little tweezer tools, probably to help with the batteries. Little screw for the screwdriver for the stand. Not a huge deal, but it's nice. All the batteries on the outside. Love it. We also have, for the cannons, see, be careful, because sometimes the stuff doesn't move. It's in a fixed position. See, this is already like in a bent position. Yeah, that's not going to move. Yeah, I don't think Hot Toys really skimps on anything. If something's going to move, it's going to move. I don't think their stuff is really over-tolerated, too tight, too stiff. Again, I've had RoboCop, but there's not much... It's not crazy articulated. Let me pull this down here. See, there's some Iron Men where you can like pull down the elbow to give it that. But you see, this is a little loose here. That's what would be nice for the stand. The only complaint so far is this. This should have been ratchet joints. I mean, that sucks. Look. Come on, Hot Toys. Those are nice, clicky. I mean, you don't need them on the knee like that. I mean, you could use them on the knee, but here, you want to be able to hold your leg out, which you can do. And remember, I have the hip down. So he can hold it out, but over time, you can see that's going to get loose. Just ratchet joints in the hips would have been amazing. Especially like that. Yeah, the Heartbreaker, there's a couple other models that appeal to me. The Heartbreaker I like because it has a War Machine vibe to it. He has that big chest. He has the shoulder things that come down into the chest area, the big reactor, the different face mask, helmet type of deal. But the only thing with that, he's not die cast. So, I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe if I did get it, I would find a way to mod it to make it heavier. Try to fill the legs with something. Kind of like I did with my Mazinger Z160th model. I filled the legs with clay. So it gave it a nice, heavy, presence. I mean, it's not die cast or anything, but whew, that thing stands well. It's crazy. All right, here's these missile pods. So I'm going to hook these up so I can kind of figure it out and get it all loaded up. I think these open. Yeah, I think they open individually. So you probably need a spudger or something, or let me see if what they give. Yeah, this doesn't look like it's going to do any. Okay. One. There you go. Yeah, so be careful. My Robros, if you're watching, they did tell me not to go down the Hot Toys rabbit hole. Look at that detail in there. These are going to look great. These are all for mostly the hands, things like that. Some of these parts go into the backpack to raise up some of the gun parts so they can fit. Man, this is just crazy. Nice and chunky, nice and heavy. Definitely a heavy, chunky boy here. It's awesome. Amazing. Yeah, because these open up so you can get your, there it goes. Nice and easy, just twisting it a little bit. Yeah. See, there's the hinge right in there. This way now you can fit. The batteries go in here. I'm just not even going to deal with it, guys. All right, batteries go in there. There's a nice weathered, you know, like it's used. And this was brand new. All the padding. Very happy with the purchase. This piece comes off here, right off the dome. For the battery compartment. Hey, and just a warning. I don't think anybody's ever talked about this, and this is probably a poor decision on Hot Toys' part. Excuse me. This figure's heavy. Okay? And that's plastic. Now, that's not cracked or anything. That's basically a half a piece coming out and then joining. So the whole piece doesn't even, like, the way they built it. So I hope that's very good quality plastic. Even if it is, that's definitely going to bend over time. You guys want a stand for this. It's just simple ball joints. I mean, so the good thing is, okay, it's not ratchets, because my fear with ratchets is if you get a big click or a small click, it sucks. A lot of times with me, I find there's not that sweet spot with the ratchets. There's no in-between click that gets you that perfect stance or pose. So that seems like it happens a lot. So what I'm going to do is, if anybody has this figure, make sure, I hope that just helped you out. It's something I just discovered. So yeah, for sure. I wouldn't probably leave him standing around with the heaviness and just those plastic joints, unless you probably want issues. I mean, he has good range of motion. So if you see here, let me just. Hey. All right, and what I did, I put some Kiki in the joints here. So I don't plan on having him really stand because of what I'm going to say possible issue that I just explained. So, but the Kiki will help, stiffen it up a little bit, maintain some composure. Okay. This has no rubber pieces. Some of the Hot Toys are just known for having a lot of the rubber crack, like their Ed 209. And again, that's my only real experience. I haven't had it, but I've heard about it, so I definitely treated it with I don't know, one of my videos, it's P-Fledge Gummy or Fledge Gummy, something like that. Here's what's inside the ankle. So if you want to tighten that up, which you should probably, right in there where that metal meets the plastic, it goes up in it. I'll go over a couple things here. So we'll pull this out. You have this comes way down, so you can get up there. Oh yeah, sorry, that goes up too. But be careful, it can go under. This articulates in the back. You get a little bit of rocker. No pull down on it. So I don't see any pull down. Knee. Nice. And again, this guy's more of a tank. Thigh swivel a little. So you're not going to get like dynamic poses, but you'll be able to get some good stuff out of them. I mean, considering the size and the weight, you want to get a good stand. I mean, this what is it? Hot Toys, sorry. This Hot Toys stand isn't going to cut it, guys. That's just there to basically make it so he more or less doesn't fall over. But I just, until I touched him, I had him standing like this. I mean, that's just a little bit. I didn't even try to pose him, but I want to see, he has, stand him on the toe. I mean, this thing is cool. Really. The colors, when I first saw it, I'm like, I'm not getting that. I don't like the colors, but they grew on me. And I think at this point, I don't know, it's so different enough that even if it was painted, and I know this is probably blasphemy, even if it was painted with the War Machine colors, I don't know, I just got used to this. So I don't think even with the War Machine colors, it would make me want it more. I don't know, I'd have to see it. A lot of people do customizations for the Hot Toys. So you should be seeing some paints out there. Again, Iron Man, I happen to see it because when you're looking for this stuff, Iron Man is part of it. So Mark 1 through 7, more or less, are the ones the people like, the original. They're more mechanical. It's before he started to get into the nanotech later. And me, like myself, the nanotech is more like magic. You don't see the physical stuff. I like the mechanics. I like the real type of feel. Now, getting back to the articulation, there's a couple click ratchets, but they're very weak. They don't really do too much, guys. So, the elbow, just a single. Wrist is just on a ball. Those details, though, because when you look at this thing at a whole and you see as a whole, but when you see the individual pieces, I mean, the knuckles are great, the shoulder pads, you can get a twist in there. It's like a double shoulder pad. It's almost, yep, extra protection. So like I said, the waist can pull out. Oh, this moves a little bit, but I don't, whatever. These come out just a little bit. And they light up. You can see inside, see the actually wiring mechanism. All right, let's see how we can turn it. Not too much. I see some die cast in there. Head, that's all you're going to get up there. Shoulders can move around. Holy shit, I had to take a break. This thing's heavy. Well, I'm holding it out too because I have the camera set up, so it's not really up against me. Alright, so let's pop this head off and see what we got. Hey guys, I'm Don Cheadle. Hey, I'm Don. Oh shit! These come right off. See, this is what I'm talking about. Ball hinges, pistons. You wouldn't get this with nanotech. So this is kind of cool. This will hook up to the missile pods. Now here's just some magnetic pieces that go into the back. I think it's like that. Or let me see. No, I think it lets you know what way it wants to go in, so you really can't mess it up. Same thing here with the magnets. Kind of lets you know what way to put them in. It gets them out of the way so you can still maneuver there. And right here, so you can, there's the hookup for the backpack. So this will go in here, right? But hold on. How do you get it off? All right, right here is that little piece comes off. And now you can put this on with the backpack. I didn't think they were going to do that. I just found this out. I was like, oh, that's cool then. I thought you had to leave it blank. And I'm like, you're really not going to see the back anyway, but they took care of the detail. Ammo feed. So we got the missile pods attached. So this gun piece is going to go on top of there. The only way I see this guy displayed is fully decked out. Pull that right off. Boom. Gun inserted. Beautiful. So both of these panels pop off. And there's the battery. Then these are specific. All of these arm parts are left and right. They're labeled like L3, R2, whatever the fuck, right? But you'll see it. And then just... You can figure it out too. If they don't fit, you don't have to force it. You'll obviously see that it doesn't fit. And then, you know, switch out the part accordingly. All right, and the outside of the last arm, you'll want to take this piece off. This is left. Oops. So this is the only piece you have to put a secondary piece in before you can put the other gun in. So this needs a separate mount. Or does it? Let me see something. I guess you can just kind of put it in. I don't know. Do you really need that piece? Yeah, well, I guess. I mean, it makes it... It does make it look like it's popping out better. So, yeah, I'd just go with that. Just throw the piece in. What's nice, though, is the ball joints. This thing is really easy to work with, okay? I love this thing. The ball joints are easy to get to. If you need to use some kiki to tighten them up. I see some people selling it. Oh, loose arm or whatever. It doesn't have to be. I mean, it's not as big of a deal if you have a ball joint, you know, with a loose arm or whatnot. Look at that. Love it. This fucking thing's cool, man. Okay, so this, I felt it was kind of loose. Yeah, see, this thing's, it's cool the way it looks because it looks like it's coming out of the arm, like pushed out. But I don't care for this like friction fit. It's kind of weak. This one's tight. This one's not a huge deal. Use a little bit of kiki, little bit of heat, tiny bit of heat just to push it together. I mean, I'd use some kiki because that's faster and easier than busting out the heat gun. Oh, man. Very, very, look, these move up so you can get a little more articulation. So, and then, so it's nice. So when you have the gun in, you're not losing articulation. That bicep can give you more articulation when this isn't put in, or it can match the articulation so you're not losing any, because it does fucking stand sucks. Guys. Okay. Not like he needs it. I just wish there was a little... Oh my god, this thing is so cool, guys. Seriously. Like, I'm not even kidding, man. The bolts... Absolutely stunning. He is just so cool. Such a well-known, well-recognized figure. You know what? War Machine, I'm sorry, Iron Patriot. I guess it's 2.0, technically. Because he's come out with... This thing is so fucking cool, guys. Wow. I'm glad, not that I don't like Iron Man, okay? But War Machine is just the one. Like, really, dude. He's just beefier. He's just, the name, War Machine. He's ready for war. Let me put the final touch. Please like, share, subscribe. Even if you forgot to like in the beginning, just back out. I do it. I back out, hit it, because it's... You know, not necessarily tough for YouTubers, but if we're out here together, let's stick together. If you like the content, I'm trying to bring a little variety. Shit. I'm not sticking to just one genre. The super robots movement has had a big boom lately. The past, I don't know, I'd say 5 years. This... Hot Toys is older. I mean, the Marvel movies, when did Endgame and shit come out, right? Let me just push this forward here. Oh, man. You got a little bit of side, you got a little bit of swivel. Back and forth. Yep. Let's take the final look here. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Guys. Oh, man, I didn't even try to pose him. Like, literally, I did not even... It probably looks like it, but from my angle, he looks like a son of a bitch. Yup. Just so cool. I'm just keeping him on the stand so he doesn't flop over. Oh, one came off. Magnet right on. Yeah, everything's back together here. Close it back up. Love it. I guess if the guns are out, you could probably take these out, showing that the guns came out of the back. But I don't know. That kind of completes it. Makes it look like he has more guns. You know what? If he had more arms coming out and had the guns like this, tell me how cool that'd be. Like just guns on guns on guns. That's what War Machine's all about. It's nice because he's futuristic with the weapons, but he still has that mechanical suit, you know? I love this thing. Wow. And the colors don't even bother me anymore. Like, in the very beginning, I thought I was never going to get this because of the colors, and now I'm looking at it like, so glad I did. This is probably the ultimate War Machine. I would say this one and the Mark 1 are the two to have. All right, we'll see. I appreciate you guys watching. Again, hit that like, subscribe if you like the video. Damn. We'll see you guys in the next one.